Hi friends, in this session we'll make our React application up and running using the Docker. So let's start with it and let's follow our common practices. So first we'll create a directory called React within our deployment and Docker directory. Then we will create a source directory for the React. Then we'll create a YML file for our Docker Compose utility. It is react.yml. As you can see that it is very similar to our node file. There is no difference, only the name is different. This is quite clear. We have just used the port number 3000 instead of port number 8000. So I think this is very familiar to you. This is the name of our image, this is the container name, this is our context, and this is the path of Docker file. Then we have mount our source code from outside container to within the container. We have exposed the port 3000 for host and the container, and our network is default or practice dash network. Then we will create a Docker file for React. Okay. So we'll just copy it from our rehearsal copy. This we have noticed in the previous session that we are fetching the node image which is needed for the React. Then we are copying our source code from outside container to within the container. We have set our working directory within the container. Then we are running npm install. This npm install will actually install all the required packages by the React, which is mentioned in package.json file that we will create soon. Then we are exposing the port 3000, and finally we are starting our React server. So to get the source code uh, from the code code sandbox, just type react.new and press enter in your browser. Then it will redirect you to code sandbox. In the code sandbox, you can see the sample code which will help you to start with the React. Then just export this code as a zip file. Just download this zip file, right? So in your download directory, you can see that this React, and just go in your Docker Kubernetes directory, go into the React directory, just put it over here and just extract it. Okay, and then just remove the zip file. So we have now our React source code available, right? Just remove this hidden folder of the code sandbox that we don't need it, right? So as you can see that our public src and our packet.json all are available. Now we'll make our React application up and running using the Docker Compose utility. So let's start with it. The npm install will take some time because it is going to prepare whole node modules directory within the container. This will take some time because the node modules directory is quite large and it is installing all the required modules using npm install command. Okay, so now we have finished the building of our React application. Now, if I will make it up, it won't become up, right? Let's see why. Okay, so as you can see that it is exited with code 127. Why? The reason is that you can see that our node module directory is not present when we first time make our container up, because it is not present in the source code. And when we do the volume mounts, it will overwrite what is present within the container. So it lost the node modules directory that you can see in our rehearsal copy. If you open the React code, you can see this node modules directory. Because we have built this node module directory within the container, we have to copy that directory from container to our source code. That we have to do the reverse process. And for that, we have to first stop this volume mount. This is only needed particularly in React because we want to copy the node modules directory from within the container to outside the container. So let's make this up again. So now as you can see that it is up because we didn't do the mount, right? Now let's see if I put the docker ps, I can see that my node and my React both is up and running. Now we want to copy the node modules which is present within the container. So if I go into the inside the container, you can see the node modules directory, right? Which is not present in my source directory currently. So first I need to copy these node modules to my source code, right? So I am okay. So I am copying. So docker cp is the command, then the name of the container, then the path within the container, that is the web react node modules. Now I want to copy this to my home Sagar, Docker Kubernetes, and React. Right? Just let's do it. So it is copying from container to outside the container. Now if I refresh this, I can see the node modules, right? So is this clear? And similarly, I guess we should also copy the log file. Let's see. It's the package log.json, which was also missing from the source code. So let's copy it. can now see that package.log.json. So now our both copy are same, so it doesn't override to each other, right? And instead it will start to sync. So I will just make this volume uncomment now, because both my copy within the container and outside the container are same now. So I will simply stop my React and make it up and running again, now with the volume mount. This time it won't give me the error because it has all the required things present in the source side. So now I am making my React application up again. So as you can see that now it is up and running, and it is listing on the port number 3000. Okay, right? So you can see that our React application is up and running using the Docker. Quite easy, isn't it? Right? So now we are done with the React as well. So that is all about React.